Okay, question for you. Candy throwing at parades. I feel like this has been a contentious topic
It
the
is a
last
tricky
couple
topic.
of years.
Yeah.
Where do you guys fall on that? I'm just curious. Welcome back to Connections in Cowlitz, where today we are connecting with Joy Asmussen. She is the general manager of Cowlitz Valley Compost, as well as our Woodland Correspondent. Remember, people, Woodland is in Cowlitz County, and we are going to be talking all about our town to the south today. Hello, Joy.
Hello, Katie.
We are so happy to have you.
Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about where you work, because I know I only said one name of the many places that you are employed.
You got it. So I am the general manager of 3 sister companies. Cowlitz Valley Compost is here in Longview in Cowlitz County. We're right next door to Swanson Bark. And Swanson recently closed their retail facility. And so I'm happy to announce that we have a retail yard there.
That's
fantastic.
It's a really great opportunity for people to get to know about that too.
What services do you provide at the retail location? I always hear people asking about the bark blowing machine. That's a big hit in town.
Yes, we do not have one of those.
Ooh.
But we do offer delivery with
Nice.
a regular truck, dump truck service. And we do have bark products, rock, soil. We make our own very, very cool soil blend. And then we make our own very awesome compost.
So all you gardeners out there, it's the season.
It
It
is.
is the season
It
to
is
go
the
get this
season.
special soil and this compost.
It is. It is. And our compost is tested every single month. So it's very high quality. There's no food garbage at all. We also take in green debris and wood. So if you have yard debris or anything like that, it's a great place to dump.
So take it on down to Cowlitz Valley Compost.
Yeah.
By Swanson's Bark and
By
Wood.
Swanson's Bark and
on
Wood.
Tenant Way.
Yeah.
On Tenant Way. Okay, so
And then I'm also the general manager of City Bark and Recycling in Vancouver, 4th Plain and Andreessen. So people in Woodland, if you're listening, you can also go there. And then we also have another yard, Wood Waste Management in Portland by the airport.
awesome.
Awesome.
Well, and see, as you notice, Joy has connections to Longview. She has connections to Vancouver, but she has also lived in Woodland for 30 plus years. So she really is the bridge to a lot of the businesses, honestly, that connect Cowlitz County. Gabby and I both know Joy. Joy and I have been on boards together and things like that, but she really is the person that I reach out to when I need help with something Woodland related. She has been the president of the Woodland Chamber in the past, an active member of Woodland Rotary, and today a big thing we are talking about is Woodland Planters Day, because it is coming up very soon.
So exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, so Gabby and I were talking about Planters Day, and we're like, oh, maybe we need to have an episode about it. We know that they have Planters Day princesses, something like that.
That's how I was exposed to Planters Day. I knew somebody who was a Planters Day princess. Shout out to Karen Taylor.
Yeah.
If you're watching in Florida.
Congratulations on being the Planters Day princess. But then we were looking down the list of all of the different events and realized it's not just a parade, it's not just a princess. They have frog races, they have bed races, they have things for kids, things for adults, really
Morning
activities
brunches,
for everybody.
car shows, you name it. They have something for everybody.
Yeah, so we realized this is bigger than just a princess, and we need someone that is involved to tell us all about it. And Joy, you are the treasurer.
That's correct. Yep.
And nobody knows more than the treasurer.
The treasurer knows all of the secrets.
The money counter.
We can help. We can help. Yes. Yes.
So tell us. Yeah.
So the very first thing I'd like to point out is the actual name is Planters Days with an S.
Okay.
Ooh, Planters Days.
Because it's
Thank
a
you.
4-day celebration.
Okay.
And so that is always something that a lot of people don't realize is that it has an S on there.
Days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what are those 4 days?
So this year, it's always the third full weekend in June. And
Okay.
most of the time that coordinates with Father's Day, and it does again this year.
Okay.
So the dates are Thursday, June 13th through Sunday, June 16th.
Very nice. Okay, so 4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The 13th through the 16th.
Yep.
Okay.
And what is
Very
the
cool.
most fun day? If you
Oh,
were going
man.
to say to someone one event that you think cannot be missed, what is
Yes.
your favorite?
Connections in Cowlitz is sponsored by locally owned and operated ServPro of Longview, Kelso, the #1 residential and commercial cleanup company in the U.S. They help with smoke and fire damage, water cleanup, vandalism cleanup, mold remediation, and more. And remember, as the homeowner, you have final say as to who is in your home, not the insurance company. Local home, local company, ServPro of Longview, Kelso.
Also, a big thanks to Mattress Superstore, another locally owned and operated business. If you want to get comfortable, get into the Mattress Superstore with their locations on Vandercook Way or their new factory outlet store off of West Cowlitz Way. They deliver and set up, and they always pay the sales tax. A big thank you to Mattress Superstore.
I don't even know how to pick. They're all so great. I mean, on Thursday night, we have, it kicks it off with the children's parade and chalk art, and then we usually do a pet parade. And then a couple hours, people are milling around the park. It's just super fun. And then we have coronation at 8 o'clock.
So that you have the princess all weekend then?
So we crown the princesses in January.
Okay.
And then they have to earn, they have to sell tickets, and they have these certain things that they have to do to be able to become queen. So we do crown one queen on Thursday night.
So they work over 6 months. Once the princesses are crowned, they work for 6 months towards fundraising and different volunteer work to be able to win the queen crown. Okay.
Correct. So there's a point system. Mm-hmm. So if they attend events, they get points. They have a interview before they're become a princess to become a princess. So that goes into it. There's the application process. They have a speech. So that's how they originally become the princesses. But all of those scores go into the queen score at the end.
Okay.
They have events that they attend. We have lots of Planters Day tickets that we sell. They're $1 a piece. If you haven't found any, they are hot pink this year.
I have to say, I swear you just said Planters Day.
Sometimes I roll my S right in. Planters Days tickets, I might have.
And they are bright
yes.
pink.
They are bright pink this year. Every year they change color. They're $1 a piece, and first prize is $5,000. So it's really well worth it.
Winner, chicken
and
dinner.
those are the raffle tickets.
Those are the raffle tickets. So the princesses are busy selling them right now.
Okay.
And then they will be for sale during the weekend until we run out.
So a potential $5,000 prize.
Yes, so $5,000 is first prize, second prize is $1,000, and third prize is $500. And then we usually have up to around 100 other prizes that are donated by people in the community.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a really great raffle to partake in. And
Oh my gosh, well, we know lots of people who love a good raffle.
I feel like our community is full of, everyone here loves a good raffle.
Gabby's boss
Shout out
is
to
the
John.
king of raffles.
John Dressel loves a good raffle.
Is he not?
yes.
He's the king of raffles. Yeah. I'm not, because I lose everything.
I do too. I'm not a winner, but that's okay.
You know what?
Not at
you
raffles.
Can't win
I'm a
if you
winner
don't
at
buy a
life.
ticket.
I know, Joy.
And it supports a great cause.
I know. That is true. Okay.
Yes.
Tell us what that cause is.
Well, it actually puts on the event. So
Awesome.
We are, we celebrated our 100th year. Sorry, I have to look at my notes.
100 years.
100 years consistent celebration in 2022.
That is phenomenal.
So this year is our 102nd consistent running festival.
That's crazy.
We are the oldest consistent running festival in the Washington State.
That's fantastic.
There are some that are a little older than that, but they've missed a few years here and there.
Now
So
you
you guys
know.
didn't
Now
even miss-
you know.
During COVID.
We did not. We had to be very creative what we did. So we ended up with a reverse parade where we had our vendors go to the high school parking lot and set up booths, and then the cars went through the parade. So,
Cool.
and we still had our princesses that year. We still did a coronation. Everything was very much outside and distance, and but we had to be very creative that year so that we could consider.
So they could keep their streak
We
running.
had to
Good
keep
for
the
you
streak running.
guys. Yes.
So even in World War II, they were they kept the streak running, and so
Times
we
of
did
pandemic,
not want to break the streak.
Times of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it going. That's a big deal, though, because these types of events bring a lot to the community. It's what, family memories are made of. It's what brings people back to their community that they grew up in so that they have, they have jobs here, they have careers here, they build families here. And that's what builds our community bigger, better, brighter. And so when you have these parks, like we talked about last week, festivals, like we're talking about this week, it just makes all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It is definitely the hometown festival of Woodland for sure. Everybody comes home. It's the most fun time to come see all your old friends and family.
Well, and like you said, it usually falls falls over Father's Day. So it's like
That's nice,
killing
too.
two birds with one stone. You hang out with your dad. You come home to Woodland. You go to a festival.
There's a fireworks show.
There's a fireworks
All dads
show.
love fireworks.
That is so true.
It's so true.
All dads love fireworks. And, you know, maybe participate in a frog race. Tell us about some of the, like, little funny
Yes.
events, because you said this is the 102nd Planters Days, but it's the 57th frog races, I think we
That
saw.
is true.
Should we go day by day? Just
Yeah.
to like give a shout out, calendar
Yes.
style. So Thursday, what do we
Let
got?
me finish Thursday real
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
So we do the Planters Day Queen Coronation down in the park in the gazebo, and then we have fireworks at 10. Everybody comes out for fireworks. It is so much fun, and it is like a beautiful thing. We do them right over Horseshoe Lake, and so
Very
right in
pretty.
the center of town. It's a great thing. So it's just a super fun, feel good kickoff day. And the carnival opens that day as well at 3. So
Okay.
Oh,
that's also
fun.
noteworthy. The carnival runs all 4 days, and it is always super fun for all ages. And the carnival actually is a fundraiser for the fire department. So
Oh, okay.
for
Nice.
Cowlitz County Fire District 1. So I think that's important to note that
Yes,
there's
it
actually
is.
supporting something really
Yeah.
good
Well,
at the
and
same time.
not to sidetrack you, but I am going to sidetrack you really fast. We were talking to Joy before we started, and like I mentioned, she's involved in Rotary and the Chamber and, you know, different things. And really, so many of the separate groups in Woodland come together and tie together for this event. So, kind of interweaving a lot of the different nonprofits and a lot of the helpful organizations together into one event. So, like you said, the carnival is a fundraiser for the fire department.
That's awesome.
Yep, for the Cowlitz County Fire District 1. We have a couple different ones. But,
Okay.
I think it's also important to note that we are a 501c3. The Planters Days, Woodland Planters Days Celebration Committee is a 501c3, and our main goal is for culture and community, and to really highlight the nonprofits in our town. That is actually the main focus of what we do.
I love
So
that.
you'll
It's
hear
not
me
to
talk
plant
about.
things.
It's not, and I'll explain. I'll explain that. We actually do.
I used to think that also.
I know,
I thought it was a
right?
big like
I thought it
flower
was like
basket sale.
Well, it is a little confusing, and for people who don't know, the reason this whole festival started was it's a celebration of when the dikes held in Woodland, and the farmers' crops didn't flood anymore because of where we are. Our bottomlands is right up against Columbia River, and the Lewis River. We're kind of right in between those two, and the crops kept getting flooded every single year.
Right.
So they built the dikes, and it decided after the first year that the dikes held, they decided to start this festival called Planters Day Celebration.
That is such a cool story.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
a great,
that origin
there's
story.
great history.
Yeah.
And so that's really, really fun. So every year we do a art contest for all grade school age children, and we pick a theme, and then the theme is on our tickets and kind of the theme of the whole event that year. And then the kids do art contest, and so we always choose a winner and give them a little $50 prize, and that's super
fun.
cool. And then our theme for this year is all together now. So every year's been a little different, and but it just always encompasses that community feeling.
I love that. That is huge.
So Friday, things don't kick off until a little later in the day. 10 a.m. There's a library, Friends of the Library book sale, and it's going to be held this year at the old fire station right downtown. And the Friends of the Woodland Library are helping to put on to build the new library that's currently being built.
Yes, if you hadn't heard about that, there is a new library being built in Woodland.
That's so
Which I
exciting.
know you guys have been working on for a long
Oh
time.
boy, we have. So we are part of the Fort Vancouver Library District, and so it's the furthest one up north. But we're so excited about the new library. When you first come into town, or you first come downtown to go to the parade on Saturday, if you come to the parade, you'll see it. It's being built. It's right there on the corner. If you're passing Woodland on the freeway, you won't be able to miss it. Right now, it's got white, and who knows what it'll look like by Planters Day's time, but it is very exciting. And I know that there has been just an enormous amount of fundraising going in to be able to make that happen.
That is awesome.
Yep.
So they are raising some more funds with their book sale.
Yep,
And
they've
that is
got-
on Friday.
Okay.
They've got some finishing touches to raise some funds for, and so that's what this is.
So all you book lovers, you need to go hit up the book sale on Friday, the 14th, for Planters Days in Woodland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always have such a great selection and for really reasonable prices. I love going. It's so much fun every
I
year.
feel like normally the book sales are just like, here's a paper bag and fill up your paper bag for $3,
Right.
$5,
I
whatever.
agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very
Yeah.
reasonable and super fun.
Which everyone is in their book era right now. Like reading is cool again.
It's back in.
Reading
I
is
love it.
back in. So
It's great.
go on down, get some books for real cheap. And people love their Kindles, but there's something to be said about holding a physical book in your hand
Yes.
and the smell of paper
Yes.
and the nostalgia, right? Correct.
Yes, especially old paper. It has that like good weird
crispiness.
smell. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It has the crispiness, it has the good smell.
Yes.
So, and libraries are filled with that. So,
Yes.
definitely check that out. It's better than buying a book new.
Okay, so I'm intrigued by two things on Friday. The kielbasa and corn on the cob.
Yep.
Is that, what is that? And then the Woodland Strongest.
Okay. So the Woodland Moose Lodge right downtown on Davidson does kielbasa and corn on Friday and Saturday.
Fun.
And it is delicious. And it's like the best, quickest meal on the strip, I would say.
Awesome.
So it's really fun that they do that as a fundraiser, and they do that as a fundraiser for the Moose Lodge.
Very
it
cool.
supports them all year long.
And then the Woodland Strongest. Woodland
Strongest is a
brand.
brand new event that we're having this year. So I don't know too much about it. I'm excited. So the Ironworks Strength Alliance and the CCFCA are the ones putting this on. And it's going to be a really fun contest about who's the strongest.
I wonder if they're going to be like pulling cars, when you see those, like
Yes.
the strongman
I
competitions.
am not sure exactly what they're
Or
going to
like
do.
the
but
giant boulders.
like
Must
something. Like I'm guessing you're right.
Yeah.
you be a Woodland citizen to partake in this?
No.
Bob Moyer. I'm calling you out right now.
Okay.
I got a friend that does like strongman stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's probably already signed up. He's probably in the organization that's
If
putting
not,
it on.
we're signing you up. I'm calling your wife.
Well, we are hoping it draws in quite a new crowd, and it's going to be really fun.
exciting.
They're going to shut down this street where they're going to have it, and
They're
so
pulling
it's a brand new
cars.
event.
That's my guess.
I'm here for it.
Do you know what I'm talking about when you
Oh
see the
yeah.
videos?
Oh, I've totally seen it. Yes. Or they have like the big boulders and they lift them up on top of wooden boxes and how high you can lift them up. And these things are actual boulders.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. So
Yeah.
go on down. They want you to come. They want
Okay.
you to see the world's
And
strongest men.
That's right. And
World's
since it's a new
strongest,
event,
Woodland
I don't know
Woodland
anything about it.
Strongest, world's strongest,
Woodland
tomato
strongest.
tomato. This is the oldest festival in Washington, so one could argue.
One could argue.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, so then Saturday.
Wait, I
Oh,
have to
okay.
highlight bingo because it's
yes.
very important.
And oh my gosh, Joy and I have put on many a bingo
Yes.
together
Yes.
for Lower Columbia
Yeah.
professionals. And I will say that when I agreed to be one of the co-chairs for Lower Columbia professionals, really the only reason I said yes was because Joy was going to co-chair with me. So we had a lot of fun, and I learned so much from her. But she can put on a mean bingo. And I definitely learned some bingo putting on skills from Joy.
Ooh, locked. I also host a lot of bingo. So Joy, I'm calling you next time I need a
you
bingo
can
MC.
Pick her brain for bingo.
Yeah, it's always a really good time. So, among the other things, I'm also the treasurer for the Woodland Historical Museum Society, and that is the benefactor of the bingo.
Okay.
We've been putting it on for years and years and years, and this year, from all the years, we've been at the Woodland Middle School Commons, and last year we outgrew it. There was over 400 people that attended.
Oh, wow.
Because it is such a really fun family event.
I thought John and I had a big bingo at like 400 people.
And so this year we're moving to the Woodland High School because it has a larger capacity. So doors open at 6 and you want to come early so you get a spot. Games don't begin until 7, but there's lots of other family fun activities to do in the meantime. So if you want a fun family night, this is the place to come.
Okay.
And that's Friday night.
That's Friday night.
Okay.
Doors open
And
at
it is
6,
the
get there
same
early.
time as the Woodland Strongest.
Okay.
And so you kind of have to choose which event you want to go to. But they're both going to be excellent.
Embarrassment of riches, right?
Yeah.
Too many things to do.
That's right.
I've never heard that saying before.
Never heard the saying
No,
of embarrassment
you
of
know,
riches? Well, I'm old. That's not a new saying.
I'm not
That's an
saying it's
old
new,
saying.
but you know, I'm out of the loop. So
Okay. But I could not mention that one because I'm part of that one and I will be there.
well, and clearly it's a hit. 400 people strong. I mean, you're doing
It's a
something
good
right,
time.
lady.
It's a good time.
So then do you get a lot of the raffle prizes from local businesses as well?
Absolutely. So we definitely take things up to the last minute, but and our museum members donate a lot as well. And they work really tirelessly to put this event on.
Yeah, so it's fun. A way to honestly support the local businesses who are supporting this event too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, now we can move to Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. So what is your favorite morning event on Saturday? It looks like there's a few.
Well, the parade is
The parade's the
parade
thing.
is amazing.
Is the parade like the crown jewel?
It is.
Okay.
It is a really usually giant parade that's extremely well attended and
The
it
CJ,
is
the crown jewel.
fun to walk down the street and see all your friends and neighbors and people that you haven't seen for a while. Or it's a fun event. I like to go early and walk the streets and say hi to everybody because I'm very social.
A question.
And you
for
can get breakfast before though, if you want.
You can.
And so we're real quick before your question.
At the VFW Post 1927, they have breakfast, and at the Willow Moose Lodge as well.
Before
and they're
the parade
both
starts.
right on Davidson.
Fill your belly and then watch the parade.
Yeah.
Okay, question for you. Candy throwing at parades. I feel like this has been a contentious topic
It is
the
a
last
tricky
couple
topic.
of years.
Yeah.
Where do you guys fall on that? I'm just curious.
It really
Katie's
is.
curious.
Bringing out the controversy.
It's okay. It's really an
9:45 in
insurance
the morning.
question, and it's all about insurance liability. So, for years and years and years, we have allowed people to throw candy, and we still are a candy-friendly parade.
Okay.
This year, we're changing it to where you have to walk next to
You
the
have
cars.
to gently hand candy.
The issue is you have to get the candy far enough away from the tires so
So
that the
true.
kids, because the parents don't
Right.
control the kids so
So
well
true.
because the kids are everybody's having fun and you don't think about somebody getting hurt.
There's
and so,
floats, cars,
that's
horses.
right. That's right. And
Yeah.
so the point is you really have to make sure to get the candy out.
Right.
It's not so much about hitting somebody in the head with candy. That's okay. But you can't let the kids get run over by a car.
We're not worried about anyone taking a lemon head to the eyeball.
Right. It's way more important about
And it's not the adults probably that have a hard time throwing the candy far enough, but you got the kids on the floats, and the kids on the floats are just like tossing it willy-nilly. Maybe don't have the strongest arm, dropping it. Okay.
And that's
I
their
understand.
favorite part is the kids want to throw the candy.
It is.
We're in the parade, the 4th of July parade in Longview for Longview Cobras, and the kids want to pass out the candy. So we get it. But it's hard because they also hand out all the candy in the first 5 steps. So
Yes, and you have to dole it out a little by little.
Yeah. Sounds like it's fine. We're just going to blame it on the insurance companies, but they are candy friendly. So
We are candy friendly, and we encourage people to walk alongside their floats and pass out candy. And if the kids want to walk and do that, more power to them.
Awesome.
do you need candy donations? Or the people in the float bring their own?
The people that floats bring
Okay,
their own.
got it. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you could just walk around with some candy and no one would care, Gabby, but
It is only $10 to actually be in the parade. So if you want to sign up, all of the forms for any of these things are on our website, which is planners-days.com. And the forms are at the bottom of the page. So
Very cool.
you can sign up to be in the parade. You can sign up to be a vendor at our, which we'll talk about here in a moment.
a lot of other events.
Yes.
Look at the farmers
the
market,
farm
Saturday
fills.
market.
Yeah,
the Saturday market.
Okay. So yes, the parade is the crown jewel. Saturday is the day. Head on down there. And then there also is, like we said, breakfast, and the farmers market is going on that day as well.
Yes, so that's a really important one to note. It's put on this year and for the last several by the Woodland Rotary Club.
Which Joy is also actively involved in.
Yes, I was the treasurer for that for a really long time.
Once you join one board, you are forced to join the others. Right? It is.
Strongly encouraged.
You're
Strongly
right. I shouldn't have
encouraged.
said forced.
I have been on 12 at one time. It's a little ridiculous.
I've been
but-
on like 4 at a time, and I think that first of all, I think I'm the busiest person in the universe.
Yes.
And I'm really proud of myself, but exhausted.
Good job,
Agreed.
Katie.
Thanks. 12? Joy.
12?
I'm a little bit of a workaholic. It's okay.
She has a board obsession.
I am currently not on 12 boards,
Okay.
thankfully. I am on 3.
Okay. That's
But
much more manageable.
But still, that's a lot, especially when you're the treasurer. And you're on boards that are taking on such huge events, coordinating so many different organizations. So,
Well, it's
That's so
been my
cool.
passion for a long time is nonprofit work, so it's been my thing for a long time.
yeah.
I love that.
So Rotary is putting on the farmers market.
That's right. And the cost is very inexpensive to be a vendor.
Okay.
We start taking applications about January, and it's a really awesome way for the Rotary to make some money, have this booths. It's always at the U.S. Bank parking lot,
Okay.
right behind the old fire station downtown. So there's food and all kinds of fun vendors back there usually. And this year, for the first time, the Woodland Rotary is actually going to have their own food truck. And so please go hit them up for a burger and fries and enjoy your lunch with Rotary, and you'll see some friendly faces at that cart and with great Woodland locals serving you there.
And Rotarians always make the best burgers. Like,
Well,
there
of
is
course they do.
something about it.
Of course
The
they do.
Rotarians, they know how to flip a mean burger.
Yeah.
So, exciting.
Yep.
And I'm sure there'll be popcorn, too. That's always something I'm trying to get at a farmer's market. So,
Yeah, I love farmers markets and kettle corn. That's my favorite.
Yes,
The kettle corn.
Yes.
Jinx.
So at the same time, at the end of the carnival, we do the Fireman's Barbecue, which is the best barbecue beef sandwiches around, and they roast the beef in the
Shirtless.
ground.
Or, sorry. Continue.
There's
I don't
some
think-
beef,
I
and
don't
then
think
there's some
shirtless.
beef.
You said
That was
firefighters.
It is a fire department event, yes. I lost my train of
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so the firefighters barbecue. And where's that at?
It's in Horseshoe Lake Park in the gazebo and the red structure.
Okay.
And that is put on by Clark County Fire and Rescue. It's a very annual tradition, and they sell until they're gone.
Okay.
Oh,
So
so
it's-
show up if you want one.
Yeah, and that starts
Barbecue beef.
Barbecue beef
at
sandwiches.
12. So at
Get
the
'em while they're
At the
hot.
same time, right next door is the beer garden. This year it's going to be put on by the Woodland Chamber of Commerce, and it's in the park right next door. So you can go grab your sandwich and go to the beer garden if you're over 21 and enjoy a beverage at the same time. The beer garden will be open from 12 to 7, I believe. Let me just peek at my notes.
That's a long beer garden. No, I'm just kidding.
Long beer garden.
Well, it's a long day full of fun, so you might have to
Go
back a couple
go
times.
back.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's exactly. So
Agreed.
12 to 7, yes.
Perfect.
And it's always a really fun time. We started the beer garden will be the 3rd year, and it's a really nice addition.
That is awesome, especially with the food. You guys have something for everybody, the whole family.
Yep. So 57th frog jump, annual frog jump contest.
Annual frog jump.
I'm very intrigued by this. So do
we
tell.
have the same family who's been putting this frog jump contest on the entire 57 years, which is the Hanson family in Woodland.
Shout out to the Hanson family.
That's
in
right.
Woodland.
Whoop, whoop.
Do they breed frogs?
No.
Oh, is there the rules? Must they be wild caught? Or are they like?
They have a couple secret spots where they tell people you can go get frogs, but you do bring your own frog, or they also bring some frogs for kids that haven't had a chance to go find a frog.
Oh,
That way there's some frogs available.
that's neat.
But they always let them go at the end of the year. There's no frogs hurt in this event, okay? Unless a kid squeezes them too hard. But we're not in charge of that part.
That's not an insurance issue.
And no, it's not. And there are,
Insure your frogs, people.
And they're let go at the end. There's not like a frog leg fry or something.
no, there's not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And there's different prizes for who is the ugliest frog or the fattest frog or the tiniest frog or how far the jump and it's just a fun, everybody crowd around, watch the frogs, everybody takes their turn, and it's just a really fun, hilarious time.
This sounds super
Yeah.
fun. I feel
Yeah.
like our kids would like
The
that.
frogs.
And that's after the parade at 1:30, and
Okay.
it's right down by the gazebo. So it's all kind of right down there in the park after the parade's over. Everybody kind of meanders down there or to the farmer's market, find your lunch, kind of watch the frog jump.
Nice.
It's a really...
I'm just envisioning like the Little Rascals right now for the whole
Yes.
thing. You know,
Yes.
they're doing the races. They got the frogs. There's a man eating chicken in a tent. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I watched that movie like 500 times as a kid. Yes.
Are they like, come see the man eating chicken? And it's a little boy
man
eating
eating
chicken.
chicken.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got the frog races, but we also have the bed races, which is intriguing to us. We said you have something for everyone, including the insomniacs, including the people that have, you know, what is the narcoleptic?
The narcoleptic.
Can't get out of bed? Well, you can still participate.
So this is the 20th annual bed races. It
Okay.
is put on by the Woodland True Value. Mike has been doing this for 20 years, and so we have beds he has beds that he stores on wheels that he gets out every year. You also can build your own bed, and the specifications are on the Planners Day website.
Oh, so is it a two-person race? Like one person is laying, one
It is
person
a
is
team
pushing?
of 5.
Okay.
So you need a team of 5 people, one on each corner of the bed and one that rides. You go down Davidson as fast as you can.
It is a race
And
after all.
It is a race.
Okay.
And
And Davidson is flat or a hill?
it's a flat.
Okay.
Yep, no hills.
Okay.
No hills.
That'd be
would
fun.
That would be bad based on the race.
Based on the race.
So somebody's wearing pajamas. They're the rider, and they have a super soaker on the bed. So they're shooting the other team. And it's always 2 teams at a time racing against each other, and there's heats. So we get to the winner at the end. And it's so fun to watch. Everyone's lined the streets, and it's just a great time. So you run down halfway. The person has to change. Somebody else on the team takes over the pajamas, so they have to get out of the pajamas, put the pajamas on. They all do a Chinese fire drill, and then a new rider is riding with the gun, and the other guys come back. So it's just a super fun time. It's very fast paced. I have done it, and I felt that year like I was running with, I felt like holding onto the bed with my feet up in the air kind of thing. Like, hold on for dear life. But it was really fun.
That sounds like so much fun. I think we need to get our sponsor involved somehow. I feel like Mattress
Yeah, Mattress
Superstore,
Superstore needs to
to
sponsor
be in the
something.
bed race. Yeah.
I agree. They at least need a team.
Something,
They
yeah.
definitely need a team. Yeah,
Corey.
and you can have all kinds of, like, some teams come in matching shirts with fun hair, fun, whatever, and they, make a big deal about it. So it's something people really look forward to.
Wow.
So, yeah,
That is so fun.
it is fun. The penny scramble at 3, so this is before the bed races is at 4. The 3:00 penny scramble, so the fire department, I have to make sure I get the right fire department. Sorry. Clark County
She said
Fire
that there was
Rescue.
more than one, so
There is. That's why I
Okay.
want to make sure I'm shouting out the right one.
okay.
This is in front of the old fire department, right down on Davidson, on the corner of Davidson and Gorg. And they throw out pennies with the fire hose, and they take turns with the pennies, coins, all different coins, actually. And the kids race out there and collect all the money
Oh, fun.
with the fire hose going. And it's fast and furious and wet. Those kids get wet, but it's hilarious. So
fun.
we always hope for good weather because
That's cold afterwards.
it is
Yeah, I bet.
really fun, though. Really fun. And it's a great thing for kids to do.
Fun.
The Fireman's Muster, which is a red ball competition. It's right in front of U.S. Bank, and it is hilarious and fun to watch.
What is a red ball competition?
Yeah.
So the firemen have their fire trucks and a big wire, and they have a red ball, and they shoot it with fire hoses to see which side they're going to get it to.
Oh.
So if you're in the audience, definitely prepare to be sprayed.
Oh, that sounds
But on a hot day, it's wonderful, and it's
And
super
are they
fun.
shirtless?
I don't think I've ever seen that, but
I mean,
it could happen.
It could be a new fundraiser for you, Joy.
It
Yeah.
could be.
It could be.
Just ask Abby. Apparently, she's all in. She's like, I'd watch that fundraiser. Yeah. So that's fun that day too. So We have a car club, Columbia River Camaro Club. This is only their second year sponsoring our car show and car events. But the cruise-in is Saturday night from 7 to 8. So the cars cruise in. You're welcome to participate in that. Super fun. And then they kind of park and do a little mini car show. And then we have a main stage band from 7 to 10 that night. So all of this is happening right downtown on the Hoffman Plaza. And Sunflower is our band. And their part, one of the guys in that is from the Hanson family. So
the Frog family.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. And they've been our band 3 years in a row because they've been such a hit.
Oh, great.
Nice.
They do such a great job. And so it's just a fun time to walk around and again the beer garden stops at 7, but it's just a really fun time. And there's other places on the strip that you can partake alcoholic beverages, like all of a sudden I'm going blank.
Just like businesses or
Businesses.
Okay.
So there's a
that
lot
will
of
be
businesses
open.
open that are around there too, so that there's a lot of fun stuff happening down there
Nice.
all the time. Yeah.
If you
I'm sure
wanna-
this is great for
weekends.
businesses too.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
If you want to be a part of the car cruise and the little car show after, do you have to fill out forms or pay an admission fee?
That's a good question. The car show the next day, yes. I'm not sure about the cruise in, but the information will be on the Planners Days website for sure.
Planters days at, or no, not at, planners days.com.
.com.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, what am I thinking?
Yeah.
What am I,
If you
45?
Google, if you Google Planters Days, it comes right up too.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So, and this should have all of the applications for everything that you would need to sign up for.
It does, and it also has the schedule. So if you have any questions about any of these events, it also has the schedule.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. So Sunday, the car show is amazing. Again, the Columbia River Camaro Club will be putting that on, and it's a fantastic Father's Day thing to do. Bring your
cool.
dad down to the car show, have some kielbasa and corn. It's like a really great Father's Day thing.
That
Yeah.
might be a great idea for our house.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And then you guys end off with the raffle drawing.
we do.
So you can buy the raffle tickets all weekend long.
Yep, as long as we don't run out, which we have sold out many times. So right next to the main stage, there'll be a booth where you can buy raffle tickets. Please come see us. I'll be there all weekend.
And you said the princesses are out selling tickets hard right now, but if you can't find a princess, where else can you buy tickets from? Different businesses in Woodland, or there are different places right now pre-selling
Typically, we
tickets?
have them at the businesses, but we don't this year. So
Okay.
it'll
Just at the event.
Okay.
Yep. Or if you know me, get a hold of me. I'd be happy to sell you
Now
some
you know
tickets.
Joy. You can connect with Joy to get some raffle tickets.
Yep.
They're pink.
They are hot pink this year, yeah.
100 different drawings.
Yes.
Holy.
So the carnival's still going on. There's different breakfasts happening with the Moose Lodge, and the Saturday market's still happening. So Saturday and Sunday, the Saturday market's happening.
Carnival's going on throughout.
Yep. So it's
Nice.
just, there's all kinds of stuff happening all the time. But yes, we end at Hoffman Plaza at 3:00 with the raffle drawing.
Do you have to be there to win?
You do not.
Okay.
Oh.
So when we sell
Good
you the
question,
tickets, we
Katie.
collect your phone number and your name, and we always pull first prize first, and the police chief does it, and he puts it in an envelope and puts it in his pocket, and then second prize and third prize. So we draw all the others, and then we announce those ones last.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's a
Nice.
buildup of who's gonna win.
Yeah.
And we typically sell about 25,000 tickets for that event.
Holy.
Wow.
Which is $1 a ticket. Do the math. It's easy math. It's easy math to do.
Good job, Katie. Yes, yes. So it's a really, it's just a fun weekend, exhausting fun, but you can pick parts or come to the whole thing, and it's
Yeah.
always a good time. Yep.
Yeah. And everyone's welcome. This
Everyone.
is not Woodland specific. We
This
can
is
come.
not
Okay.
anyone from anywhere can come and attend and have fun.
And race on some beds, watch some frogs, eat some kielbasa sausages,
That's
and all the things.
All the things, fireworks show, all of it. There are really some things I want to go to on Saturday and Sunday. I feel like we should maybe try to go for Saturday. Katie, you and me. Get some frog,
Gabby, you and me.
get some frog race footage.
That is so
For
true.
the pod.
You guys would
For
like
the
it.
pod. Always thinking about the
Yeah,
pod.
it's super fun.
Okay, so a couple of just randomized questions for you. Randomized. Joy, you as a person, you are our Woodland correspondent. I was talking to you earlier about your Woodland faves. Like, what are your favorites? What are the things that you feel like let's shout them out. People, they're the hidden gems in Woodland. What are some of those for you? Where's your favorite restaurant? Where do you like to eat?
I love Las Pepes.
Okay.
Luckman Coffee. I know we're all big Red Leaf fans in Cowlitz County, and I am too.
Can't help it.
But Luckman's is awesome. Steve and Cindy Luckman own that, and they roast their own beans, and it's delightful little restaurant in town, and they have expanded a little bit. So there's one in Kalama and one in Castle Rock.
There is.
Yep.
You know, my favorite thing in Woodland is Rose and Thorn.
Oh, it's a fun store, isn't it?
When I'm depressed, like that's my depression shopping, is I go to Rose and Thorn.
I've never gone. I'll have to go. I've heard of it. Isn't it like a home decor,
Yeah.
boutique, if you will?
Yeah. But it's, refurbished
Yes.
things and
Yep.
it has
Antiques.
different booths. Ugh, Rose and Thorn.
It is
Yes.
so fun in there. I walk around once, and then I walk around and start gathering things I might
You
want to put
have
together.
to walk around at
there's
least
a lot
2
to see.
times. Absolutely. And there's a lot of cute stuff in that little strip right there.
Oh yeah.
So we're also talking about a lot of these things are happening over at Horseshoe Lake, which again, maybe another crown jewel of Woodland.
It is. In a summer weekend, that place is packed always. So, yeah, it is a great swimming hole for family, a great place to hang out. But, yeah, it's an awesome place. The other great watering hole, because we live with so much water, which is thankful. That's one of the best things about being here.
Yes.
Is Merwin Dam and Merwin Park. That is a fun family place to go.
Absolutely.
Let your kids run around and
Yes.
have some.
My parents have a cabin at Spelei.
Oh, yes.
So that is where I spent a lot of my youth.
Nice.
I was actually talking about Spelei the other day and how we need to go out there. We used to always go on Memorial Day, but we had baseball this Memorial Day, so we were in Bend, which is actually where Joy is from.
I am from there. Yes.
Oh, nice.
A little fun fact for you as we connect with Joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
so-
favorite thing, you have to hear my favorite thing to do,
Okay,
though, is
yes.
I'm an avid kayaker.
Oh, really?
Oh, I want to kayak so bad.
I love
And you
to
do it
kayak.
at Horseshoe.
I do it at Horseshoe, but my favorite place is down Lewis River.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yep.
Because
by
it's
far.
kind of slow moving. Ish.
Well, it's not white water.
Yes. Yes.
It's a wonderful float. So it's, I mean, I like to paddle. I don't like to just float, but you can do both. You can do either or. And it's a wonderful river. It's beautiful.
It is. It is a very beautiful river.
That has been on my goal list for a while. Kyla and I have talked about this so many times, going kayaking. Maybe this summer's the summer we do it. We'll go to Woodland.
You should.
Probably
Are there
start
any
out in the
rental
lake,
I was going to
places?
say Horseshoe's a great first starter place
yeah.
because there's not a lot of
Current.
current.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just a great place to learn. So anytime I take someone for the first time, I take them to Horseshoe for.
Is there a rental place down there?
There has been in years past. I'm not sure. There's some people who typically rent kayaks at Horseshoe Lake on the weekends.
Got it.
I'm not for sure if he's doing that anymore. Justin from the Woodland Care Center is the guy that does
Yeah.
it. But
Well, so another question for you. Woodland hot topics. So much growth in Woodland. So much growth in Woodland. Seems like we're getting some stuff figured out. The school's getting, bigger. Oh my gosh, last time we went to the Woodland School was a couple years ago now, but it's so gorgeous. Like the new high school is
It is.
absolutely gorgeous.
The stadium.
Yes, and then just lots of new housing, fixing the roads, figuring out the flow of traffic. Seems like we're getting that figured out, right? Yeah. Okay.
I think that's going to be an ongoing issue because there's only one way out and one way
Yeah.
in. So, yeah.
But, you can't blame people for wanting to live there.
I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's some trickiness between the city and the county because where our city limit ends, the county approves, and maybe the city wouldn't have approved that much growth at one time on one road. But,
Well, and not only that, you have city and then you have 2 counties.
Correct.
So there's a lot of municipalities involved in
That's true.
woodland building and planning.
Yes,
true.
because part of Woodland is Clark County, correct?
yeah, so as soon as you cross the AMPM bridge is what we call it, over into Clark County, that whole side on the other side of the Lewis River is Clark County.
Okay.
Okay, so speaking of this AMPM Bridge, I love that. I know exactly where that is, but I did not know it was called the AMPM Bridge.
It's not. It's just what we call
Well,
it.
that's what I was going to say. What are some other little fun names that Woodland natives have for things? Like, if you live in Castle Rock or Tootle, you know where Abalone Hill is. There is nothing that says Abalone Hill. It doesn't actually exist, but you know what it is.
Right.
What are some of the fun Woodland ones? Am I putting you on the spot?
A little. That's tricky. Slaughterhouse Corner.
Oh.
Where's
that?
There used to be a slaughterhouse there.
Okay.
Okay, that's better.
But there's not now.
Where is that? Just 'cause I'm curious.
It's
I want to sound like I know.
on Lewis River Road as
Okay.
you're going upriver. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Out in the middle of nowhere,
And
you're
there's
going up the
probably
river,
none of the new people in
slaughterhouse
Woodland that would even know
corner.
that.
Yeah.
It's an old thing.
Yeah.
The bottoms, the river bottom land where we have all the farms and stuff. If
Like out behind the port.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and there's really some beautiful areas out on the Columbia River out there. And so that's a fun, like, if you say you're going to the bottoms, we know you're going to the beach out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woodland has a lot of different landscape too, like you said, because there
Yes.
is quite a bit of farmland out there. There's a
There is.
lot of industry in Woodland too. Like the
Yes.
port of Woodland is gigantic. When I used to work at the staffing agency, I was out there all the time, and you wouldn't realize how many industrial complexes are out there. So
Yeah. It's really grown a lot.
yeah, a thriving community. Got to keep up. Got to bring more jobs for all those people moving
That's
in.
right. That's right. And I would be amiss if I didn't give my friend Jennifer Keene or Ray Keene a shout out. She's the Port of Woodland executive director, and she's just done a fantastic job.
See, I have never met her, but I have actually heard that from multiple people. And I did talk to her on the phone once because I did sell a piece of property out in the Port of Woodland last year.
She is a hardworking
Yeah.
woman.
She's making things happen.
She is. She's
Okay.
awesome. Yep.
We'll probably have to have her on at some point. Oh, that's another question
That's a
we like
great
to
idea.
ask people is, who do you think we should interview?
Another great person would be Carrie. She is our Woodland Chamber executive director, and she's only been there a little over a year, but she's doing a great job.
Didn't she used to work at the school for
She
a long
did.
time? Okay, so she was well connected from the beginning.
Yeah, she's lived in Woodland 20-ish years, so she's been there a really long time, but I would recommend her. She's wonderful.
We've heard the Woodland Chamber's growing leaps and bounds.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a really awesome organization for a long time.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, to anyone who's listening who lives in Woodland and wants to get involved, the Woodland Chamber is great too because it meets every week where some of the other chambers don't meet that often, or you only meet if you're actually involved behind the scenes.
Right.
But Woodland Chamber, they meet every week, and it's a lunch meeting
Tuesdays at noon at the Oak Tree.
Yeah. Which, oh my gosh, the Oak Tree, another staple, another wonderful place. And the
Woodland
food there,
classic.
really good. We were
The
having,
desserts look so fancy.
well, oh my gosh, the breakfasts, like gosh, what was I getting for a while? I don't know, but it was so good. It was an omelet. It was delicious. And the salsa, amazing.
Well, they do own La Casa Tapatia as well.
Okay.
So that is maybe why the salsa is so
The
excellent.
salsa is so good
Yeah.
at the Oak Tree. That is my shout out for Woodland.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I also love Matt and Mandy's Family Diner. Their breakfast is amazing.
Where is that?
So it's just down the road just a little bit from the Oak Tree, and they have breakfast and lunch, and they're closed on Tuesdays, but they're open the rest of the week. And Mom and Pop really supportive of veterans. All the walls are covered in veterans photos, and it's just a awesome diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
really
and I
great.
feel like that's one thing too for people that don't live in Woodland. You know, it kind of is a split between the newer things, like on the way out to, you know, out Lewis River Road. But then it's like, take a right. If you're getting off in Woodland, you know, take a right. See what's on the other side. Go out by Horseshoe Lake. See the downtown and all of the businesses that are down there.
Yes,
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah.
Very.
So cute. And there is a red leaf.
There's 2 red leaves now.
That is true.
And actually, we are the location of the very first red leaf.
Yes, Gabby told me
Yes.
that the other day.
The OG
It
red
doesn't,
leaf.
OG red leaf.
that location doesn't exist anymore, but we were the very first one.
Yep.
Now you know.
Now
Last
you
week
know.
we learned that Washington's state sport is pickleball, and that pickleball started in Washington. So now you also
Bainbridge.
know in Bainbridge Island,
Yes.
yes.
Wow.
And now a little other fun fact is that the first Red Leaf was in Woodland,
And Woodland has the longest running festival
in Washington.
in Washington State.
Consistently
100
running, yes.
Consistently running, 102 years solid.
102 years, people. That's impressive. And that is the Planters Days that is coming up June 13th through 16th. There are so many amazing events that are going on. Fun for the whole family. An awesome thing to do for Father's Day. And you can find a complete list of everything that is happening at Planters Days, as well as signups if you'd like to participate in anything. And that is at planters-days.com.
Good job, Katie.
Good job, Katie.
Thank you so much, you guys. You flatter me. Joy, thank you so much for being our Woodland representative. We definitely want to
Yes.
make sure that this podcast is Cowlitz inclusive. We want to talk to people in Castle Rock. We want to talk to people in Kalama, in Woodland, all the places. Tootle, of course, my heart, as well as Kelso and Longview. So thank you so much for coming.
It's my
coming on.
absolute
Yes.
pleasure. Thank you for the
Yes.
invite.
You are our official Woodland correspondent, so we will be having you back.
And don't forget, Connections of Cowlitz is brought to you by Serve Pro Longview Kelso and Mattress Superstore. And
Okay,
let's do a
great.
cheers really fast.
Yes.
Cheers to this wonderful podcast episode.
Cheers.
And we will see you next time.